Vice Chancellor Muhammad Haidir Amin, distinguished teacher, academicians, and distinguished students. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It is certainly an honor for me and a privilege for me to be present here in this beautiful campus, the University of Faisalabad. I didn't expect that, I was asked to address this students and also the members of the faculties of the University of Faisalabad in officiating the use of this auditorium. I was impressed a couple minutes ago when I met with Vice Chancellor Muhammad Haidir Amin and faculties members in the meeting when they made the presentations on how far the journey of this university first started in 1946 by the determinations and the visions of the founding father through the Madinah Foundations. I admire the visions of Madinah Foundations. I commend the effort in, once again, contribute more to the society through education. Education is very important. And I think you all agree with me, the importance of education in empowering the people to get better understanding in many facets of life. With education, then we will be equipped to compete, fight, and in the society, competing in the society. I think this is one of the key important in the educations. I understand also that some of you probably will continue your journey in this university and probably in this faculty by becoming members of the faculties, by becoming of teachers. But I think there's the ocean to teach the community is wide open. You can still become a teacher without having lecturing in the podiums or in the class to give lesson to educate people in their daily life. So I'm once again very honored to have a chance to meet with the faculty members, especially with Vice Chancellor Muhammad Haidir Amin, who knows, who knows better on Indonesia because he traveled to Indonesia a few years ago and awarded one of the prestigious award, Prima Duta, as a recognition of his tremendous effort in promoting the trade and the bilateral relations between Indonesia and Pakistan. During the meeting a few minutes ago, I offered two things to the faculty members of the University of Faisalabad. And I think the offer also goes to the students of the University of Faisalabad. First, on the scholarship. I don't know, some of you probably knows Bali. Raise your hand, please, if you know Bali. Okay, have you been traveled to Bali? Love to. Any one of you have been traveled to Bali? Not yet. Now, any one of you about Indonesia? Well, I've been here for a very short time, 3 months, And I happen to know that many people in Pakistan know more about Bali than Indonesia. So I think, the CNN, BBCs, I think we benefited from the campaigns, the tourism campaigns, from, the Google's also review from the trip advisors on Bali. So many people knows about Bali, but probably less people knows about Indonesia. Although we are separated by long distance, but actually there's a lot of abundance of the reservoir of goodwill between Indonesia and Pakistan, because we share same Islamic value. We share many values in the society. Look at, if I look at, for instance, the pictures of our founding father, respective founding father, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He wore black hat, which actually common in Indonesia. In Indonesia also we use the same black hat, although probably nowadays it's no longer popular here. But I think this is one of the reflections of the similarity between Indonesia and Pakistan from our founding father. Now, there's a lot of, I would encourage students to travel to Indonesia, spare their time to Indonesia, not only Bali, many places you can visit in Indonesia, but also to study in Indonesia. I understand that people in Pakistan, like Indonesia, you don't feel you have eat lunch or dinner before you got basmati rice. No need to worry, because basmati is also very popular in Indonesia. People in Indonesia also eat basmati because basmati is, less sugar. That's what, the scientists told. So basmati is also very popular. No need to worry if you happen to travel to Indonesia or get scholarship, you can easily find basmati. You can also easily find curry. Yeah, curry is very popular. And I guess probably because, curry, we probably learn from South Asia, from Pakistani, on how to cook with curry to give delicious flavor, either for chicken, beef, or lamb. So curry is very popular dishes in Indonesia. In fact, one of the biggest food industry conglomerate food industry in Indonesia, Indofood, they became big because of the noodle with chicken curry flavor. So I think part of their effort to honor this, their success, they will open their manufacturers in Faisalabad shortly. So now they're in the process of opening, establishing their manufacturers, and hopefully you will be able to try chicken curry flavors of Indofood noodle, which will be present here shortly in Pakistan and Faisalabad. Inshallah. Yeah. Now, distinguished students, I'm very proud to be a part of this auspicious event, and very honored also to see, faces, the future faces of Pakistan. And I especially honored to learn that many females actually got scholarship in science, or what we call in the STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. So I was caught by surprise to see a lot of women actually got scholarship on the STEM field, which is very common. And I think this is one of the, testaments, one of the, the acknowledgements on the human resources, the best human resource of Pakistan on the future technology. Nowadays stems not only the future technologies, but nowadays technology. So I'm very proud to see many women got the scholarship from the STEM, subject. Now on the scholarship, I would like to share some of the scholarships. We call it this partnership scholarship, actually allowing students from Pakistan and other developing countries to study in Indonesia. The field of studies vary from humanities to science and technology. So please feel free to Google in the internet. We also provide these informations in the Indonesian embassies. The programs range from, the undergrad program to master and doctoral degree. And I guess in addition to that, we also offer, exchange programs with the Indonesian Institute of Higher Education for postdoctorate degree. For those who wants to continue their research, we also open the possibilities for students, academicians from Pakistan to study or to do research more in Indonesia. In fact, yesterday I had, I facilitated the discussions among the scientists of Pakistani and their counterpart in Indonesia in trying to find ways doing research, joint research in Indonesia on the health sectors. I think nowadays it's become imperative for, developing countries to improve, their knowledge, their competences on the health sector, especially on the productions of vaccine. And I think we are blessed to the fact that there is a lot of talent of Indonesians also now, which nowadays we are preparing, homegrown COVID vaccines now being developed in Indonesia. There are 2 now already on the pipelines. Hopefully the first trial will be conducted by the end of this year. This is something that we offer also to the COMSTECH OICs. This is something that we offer to Pakistani to come to Indonesia so they can learn. So we can also give, our best practices. So we can share our best practices and lesson learned to Pakistani so they can also develop their homegrown vaccine, not only for the COVID, but also for for the other vaccines, which is nowadays becoming important for the Pakistani. So there's a lot of the opportunity for students, academicians, and those who are interested to study and to learn more, by participating in the scholarship program and also for the research in Indonesia. So feel free once again, I invite you to Google in the Indonesian embassy's website to know more about the detail, the requirement if you are interested to, apply for this scholarship in Indonesia. Now, in addition to that, I also offer the second things that I offered during discussions a few minutes ago with the with Dr. Muhammad Haider Amin and his team. We are offering to have a course on Indonesia. We call it Indonesia Briefing, encompassing a wide range of subject that might be, interested of, students of Pakistan, be it the politics, the economy, climate change, or other. I'm not the only one who provide those subjects or those materials. I will invite the expert from Indonesia, from the best higher institutions of Indonesia, to share their view, to share their best practices about the Indonesian economy, for instance, post-COVID situation, the Indonesian economy in, facing the regional integrations. Look at, for instance, Indonesia, ASEAN, and Pakistan. We are comprising of closely 1 billion populations altogether. ASEAN, 650 million, and Pakistan alone, 220 million. So altogether, it's close to 1 billion. It's huge market. It's huge potentials that could be explored. especially I offer for the young generations, because I'm not talking about today's, but also for the future interactions between Indonesia, ASEAN, and Pakistan. You can use Indonesia as a pathway, as a hub to penetrate to the market in the ASEAN. Likewise, we also see Pakistan as a potential trade hub to expand our export to the Central Asia, Middle East, and probably Africa, because nowadays I learned that the Pakistani government also is very keen to expand further the bilateral trade with African and Middle East. So that's the Indonesians briefing that we're offering you. I mean, the length of the program, I'll once again, invite the members of the faculties to reflect how long will it take, be it, once in a week, twice, 3 times a week. I will be providing, the best speakers, the best teacher for Indonesia to share their views on Indonesia. We hope with that we would be able to cement, to strengthen the cultural bridge between Indonesia and Pakistan, because the future relationship depends on you, the next generations. I don't know, you can call it the X generation, the millennial generations, but you are the owner of next. You are the owner of the futures. We just laying the groundwork for you to exploit, to once again, to take advantage of this situation. So, once again, with that, offer, I once again congratulate the University of Faisalabad under the able chairmanship and Vice Chancellors Muhammad Haidar Amin and his team, dedicated teams in the faculties members who, doing their best in once again promoting the universities of Faisalabad and give contributions to empower the society through education. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.